everybody, it's Wendy and we are on day 5, but I'm here to talk to you about day 4 because it's early in the morning on day 5, and I just want to share that I stepped on the scales today for the first time and since the beginning, and I am down 4 pounds. And so this program works, and that just has me on fire with excitement. So the reason why I wasn't able to film yesterday, it was a really difficult day. Day 4 was, I was helping out a game store owner moving their location and had a bunch of errands to run, had a bunch of cleaning I was doing, and had several calls that took place in the middle of all that. And I had gauged 3 hours, you know, a chunk of time for all of this stuff to take place. And 3 hours came and went, 4 hours came and went. I was out of fuel. I was so tapped out. I found a package. It was a snack pack trail mix thing from Costco. Found that in my car, and I was like, okay, I know I can't eat the M&Ms and the raisins, but there's a lot of almonds and peanuts in here. And by this time, I was about 3.5 hours without having fueled up. And the goal is to fuel every 2.5 hours, and well, between 2 and 3 hours. And I was hitting 4. And I had been up and down attic stairs. I had swept. I had hauled stuff to the dump. It had been an exerting 3, 4, 5 hours. And so I just used common sense, and I just ate all the nuts out of this package. Didn't eat the M&Ms or the raisins, and I just ate the nuts and actually felt pretty satisfied, which surprised me. And then I was like, it's okay because I'm gonna be home within the next hour and I'll just get back on my plan. And lo and behold, my oldest son, super sick, like beyond flu. He thinks he had food poisoning, and I ended up out at his house because his wife was up for her sister's birthday in a different area. And I ended up going until 6:30 that night, and last night, 7, I think I got home at 7 o'clock. And at this point, it had been since 1 o'clock since I had eaten. I was still drinking tons of water, but my stomach was eating itself. That's a good way to put it. So I really had a decision point. So day 4 is about, we're gonna put this up here. Day 4 is about decision. And I know this is going to be all backwards because I'm filming backwards. That says decision, right? Something like that. Anyway, decision. I made a decision 4 days earlier that this is what I was doing. I was choosing this. I was choosing this for me. I was choosing this for my health. I was choosing this to not be that same person that I have chosen to be for the last 3 or 4 years. I still haven't told you my why. We'll do that tomorrow or tonight. And so I really had a decision because even driving home, what was flashing at me from both sides of the street? Opportunities to not stick with my commitment. But I had made a decision, and so as I was driving home, I distracted myself. I used my distraction technique, made a bunch of phone calls, because when I'm on the phone, I'm not really thinking about, oh, I'm hungry, or oh, I could stop there. I'm thinking about the person that I'm talking to on the phone. So talking on the phone while I'm driving is a great distracting technique for me. It keeps me out of a lot of trouble with fast food or Starbucks or, you know, beans, like it doesn't matter. It just keeps you out of a drive-through. And so I chatted with people on the phone, found out I was just arriving home, and then I sat in my car probably a good 2 or 3 minutes, and it was, what are you gonna do when you walk through those doors? And for me, that is a trigger. A door is a trigger for me. whether I'm going into a building, out of a car, into the house, that door opening and closing, that is a big trigger for me. And it has been for several years now. And I knew I had to leave my stress from the day. I had to leave my hunger pains. I had to leave everything in the car. Had to open the door, and as soon as it closed, I was coming in as a different person into my house. And that person is committed and had decided 4 days earlier that she was going to eat a specific way. And so I walked in, walked right, grabbed a packet of penne pasta, which sadly took 5 minutes to prepare, but while it was preparing, I actually cooked up a hamburger patty. And I figured I'd better double up because I had missed about 6 hours, 7 hours of eating. And so I grilled up a hamburger, and I ate this hamburger and penne pasta and some vegetables. So good. But beyond being so good, as I was sitting there, you know, eating and just kind of reflecting, it was like, you did this. You stuck to your decision. You decided 4 days ago that you were going to eat this way. You were going to stay in control of your habits and your food and your new way of living. You're going to be mindful and conscious of everything you chose to eat. And I just remember getting this smile on my face, like, I did it. Like, I didn't crash, I didn't binge, and you guys, that's just like, for me, that just fills me up with like so much inspiration and so much hope, and just, I don't even know how to describe it. It's like, you just feel like Wonder Woman. It's a Wonder Woman feeling. I mean, it's like, whoa, I'm Wonder Woman. Like, I've got this, I can do this. Like, when you decide to stick with something that you've chosen, and you don't cheat on yourself, and you don't rationalize, and you don't go through that drive-through, or, you know, whatever the case may be, for whatever battle you're struggling with. For me, right now, in this moment, it's dropping 40 pounds and getting on top of my health. You know, not only my weight, but my health, because I don't feel good on a day-to-day basis. And so when you stick with that commitment that you've made internally, and you don't let all these external forces control you like puppet strings, like you're managing yourself, man, you just gain this strength and you gain this motivation. I woke up this morning and stepped on the scale and was down 4 pounds and was so excited. And I was like, I get to have pancakes. I'm having pancakes. I'm celebrating, I'm having pancakes. And pancakes are part of one of my fuel packets. And I was just so excited to eat them. And I cooked them up and just savored every bite. They were so good. They're chocolate chip pancakes. Super good. And I seriously felt like somebody had brought me a birthday cake. Like, it just was such a celebration. So that's my word for yesterday and for today. Stick with your decision. This is terrible, filming backwards. You make a decision, you decide something. Is that an E? There we go, something like that. But stick with it. When you have made your decision, do everything in your power to honor that and stick with it. And boy, what comes after you follow through that decision is just indescribable. And so yeah, we're back on distracting ourselves, making decisions and sticking to it, and continuing to move forward and being accountable to somebody, having somebody you can talk with and share with that can empathize or validate or support. Support is huge. And just remembering, even after day 1, because it really is, hard as, hard as hell, but it's so worth it. And so continue on moving forward. I don't know where you're at in your journey, but I'm beginning day 5 today. Super excited to share my why with you in the next video. Have a great day.